Alright, this is our SEM, which stands for the Scanning Electron Microscope. We use it to direct a current of a beam of electrons to a sample which contains very small nanoscale structures, and we can use it based off the electrons that bounce off from that sample to reconstruct an image using this complicated computer bank and view it on the screen and collect these images so we understand what's going on with our samples that we make in the lab.
The journey continues for the little silicon wafers today, as Zach cuts them up into samples for the Scanning Electron Microscope, or SEM. He will bombard his wafers with electrons, which the SEM can see and use to create an image. First, he loads a few samples onto a stand, screws them firmly into place, then sets them up in the SEM. When he's ready, he seals the chamber and begins pumping the air out, as a vacuum allows for a clearer picture. At the computer, we can see a live feed of the vacuum chamber, and in another corner materializes the image Zach is looking for. As the tiny ridges and bumps of gold on the samples are hit with electrons, the electrons bounce off in all sorts of directions at any speed. The SEM sees all this movement and creates the images you see now, zooming in to as far as 3 micrometers of the samples. Before getting the final images though, Zach has to find just the right 3 micrometers he wants to look at. He spends several minutes moving, zooming, recalibrating, and moving again, over and over, until he gets just the right picture. Usually by now, he's working in the dark, so as to get a better view of the images. You can see some of the movement and refocusing on screen, as he seeks the perfect picture of his samples. The fruits of his labor are sweet indeed. But for Zach to get these photos at all requires a masterfully calibrated machine. That's where Ryan comes in. Ryan is writing a master program to keep everyone's research parameters within safe bounds. And by everyone, I mean everyone.
Basically, what happened was TestScan came to us and wondered if we could make a program for them that would help basically monitor their SEM, because they have lots of users using it and lots of people breaking their SEMs because they have like 250 parameters that you're using, they do something to it, breaks it, and then they have no idea what they did. So basically the program that I write keeps track of all the parameters and then tells them if something has changed, has data in it that basically would be helpful for like debugging it, and that's the general scope of it.
In case you missed that, Ryan is doing this for TestScan, the company that made the SEM for all their customers to use. Crazy for an operation done in a basement where the mother of all spiders hangs out. If you're still intrigued, be sure to stop in next time for the thrilling conclusion of the life of the silicon wafer.